Hey there everybody, welcome to my next Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest Blind Edition. This isn't a true blind LP as I have played this game once before. However, that was about 5 years ago now. So it has been a very long time since I've played this game. So I figure what better way to play this game again than to do it blind for an audience on YouTube. So this won't be so much as an informative LP as some of my others have been, or direct to the point, but I will attempt to do my best, as this game is a little bit challenging. I did start a file already, but I kind of had to restart because my file got corrupted and my recording stopped and I lost a bunch of footage in cutscenes that I couldn't undo, so I'm just gonna start again. So let's start again and we shall see how this goes. So yes, I will begin. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. ... So yes, in the cutscene here, I will explain a little bit about this game and what it is, for those of you who do not know. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest is basically the same as Ocarina of Time, except it has a variation in terms of its dungeon layout, as well as field layout. Some puzzles are different. Most puzzles are different, and lots of the game is just different overall. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the great Deku Tree. I would say great Deku. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. So yes, Master Quest is a difficult game, but the difficulty doesn't lie so much in terms of the puzzles or what to do. Most of the difficulty I've found in this game is from people who have played this game compared to people who have not played this game. People who have beaten Ocarina of Time and know how to play through it they know what to do in the puzzles, so they would obviously go to do them in the way that they would before. But because this is a different game, everything is different, even though it looks like it could be the same. So things aren't as easy as it was the first time, and new enemies are in places where they weren't before. So it's a very different experience, this game. And this game was part of a disc for those who pre-ordered Wind Waker, I believe. As I believe it was delayed, and then you pre-order it and then you get a special bonus disc that had Ocarina of Time and this game remade for GameCube. So, Navi found us and we woke up. I'm Navi the fairy. The great deku tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The great deku tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. I probably won't be doing Navi's voice. Well, actually, I probably will, but I don't talk to Navi so much in this game because most of what she tells me is stuff that I already know, and she doesn't really say anything new in Master Quest, but we'll go through it just so you guys can see it. So, there's Saria, or Saria, or however you want to. I've always pronounced it Saria, or Saraya. Wow, a fairy! Finally a fairy came to you, Shadow. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Shadow. Is that right? The great deku tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the great deku tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the great deku tree. And so we're off. Oh, is that the voice I gave Saria? So yeah, I don't know, I'll give the main characters voices, I think, in this game. Oops, I tried to grab a plant. So, if we go over here and press the A button in front of a hole, we can enter it and crawl through. So yeah, by main characters I mean like main characters that you see and talk to lots, not characters that you can choose to pass by if you so choose to. Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess Saria, Great Deku Tree, Navi. Link doesn't talk, so I don't have to give him a voice. So, in this chest here, we have the Kokiri sword. On the equipment subscreen, we can select it, and we can equip it with A, and then we press B to use it. Your B button is always the sword in this game. So let's just go ahead and equip that. And right now, on our equipment screen, we have an item screen, but we have no items. This is our map screen, but we haven't unlocked anything to look at yet. And then we have our quest screen, but of course our quest hasn't really started yet, so we have nothing to show. Oh, I guess I was too far off. Anyways, I don't know what was in that sign, but it's impossible to tell now. Ooh, a heart. Alright, so let's keep going. So yeah, as you guys saw on the option screen before I started my file, as shown in Majora's Mask, I like having my Z button set to hold instead of switch. With switch, you just press the Z button to L target to something, and then you press the button again to get rid of the target. However, the reason I don't like doing that is because if you're in a gigantic group of enemies, you can't untarget enemies because you just go and auto-target the next enemy that's next to you. So, yeah. So if I have it to hold, all I have to do is let go of the button, and then I won't be holding onto it anymore. Alright, so we need to collect 40 rupees for the gate. The Great Deku Tree. And by Great Deku Tree, I mean to buy the Deku Shield, which is close enough. I believe I only need 5 more because there's places where you can get rupees or just find them. Let's see, I believe there's 5 over here. Jump over here. When you jump on the third one, that appears. Ooh, I forgot about these plants. There's probably some rupees in here. Ooh, lots. Nom nom nom. I need 1 more rupee, so I can get the rest pretty simply. There we go. Aw, damn it. Oh well, I'll just crawl up because I have to go up there anyway. So yeah, this game isn't like Wind Waker where you can use X, Y, and Z to use your items. You have to use the C stick to use your C items, and that can be extremely annoying sometimes. Ooh, another cookie. Hee hee hee, you came all the way up here. You're a real man. Look, isn't this view pretty? Change your viewpoint with C up. So yeah, pressing C up, just like in Majora's Mask, you can look around, and isn't that all fine and dandy? And of course we've done that. This girl will teach us how to L L target, and we can do that. But, you know, we can't hit her, so what's the point? Anyways, the last 5 rupees is behind this shop. We're stealing it from their safe, I always like to think. And this Kokiri is really weird because he's too small to work behind the desk because he's too short. So there's the deku shield. Let's just equip it right here. We can press R to crouch, and if we L target, and we can move. So again, not unsimilar to Majora's Mask. And of course, the reason I'm not saving, I keep skipping the save screen, as you guys have noticed, is because in the GameCube, it has to save to the memory card, whereas in the original Ocarina of Time, it just saved to the cartridge, so it could go along really easy and nice and fast. So it's like, you know. So this is Mido. He's kind of the king of the village, sort of, and he's surprised that I have the shield and the sword. So, shoot, how did you become the fairy? Favorite of Sari and the Great Deku Tree, blah blah blah. Let's get out a sword. On the path to the Great Deku Tree, we have these enemies that pop up. These are, let's have a look, Deku Babas. It looks withered, it'll hurt if you touch it. But when you kill them when they're straight up like this, you get Deku Sticks. And these are very handy to collect. I would suggest them, very much so, because they are much stronger than your Kokiri sword, and they can do a lot more damage. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Doom, 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 doom. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Chattel, welcome. Ooh, there's a spider crawling on my foot. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily thou hast felt it. Chattel, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Yes, I do. Nom nom. Then enter, brave Chattel, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Chattel, and Chattel, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom. So yeah, weird design on the Great Deku Tree. For years, I always thought that big patch above his mouth there was like his mouth. I thought it was like an indent into the tree. But then a couple years later, I noticed that his eyebrows and mouth, or his eyes and mouth, aren't indents and hollowed out bits of tree. They're actually a gigantic eyebrow and mustache on top of the tree. So once I saw that, it was just like my mind was absolutely blown. I was like, what? And then the Deku Tree, his mouth is a little bit too low, it looks like, in comparison to his mustache and nose. But either way. So yeah. I think that'll about do it for this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Master Quest. So we're gonna end here, and we're first gonna equip our Deku Sticks because we can. This is our item screen, so we can put them on. Actually, let's put them on C down, and I will save because this takes such a long time, so I just don't do it. So on the next episode, we are going to be taking on our first dungeon, the Deku Tree, and we will see just how different it is compared to the original Deku Tree. So I will see you guys next time.